It's a rare condition, it's called AIDS. When Magic Johnson got it, we all thought he was gay. If there is a cure, it'd be from God's design. Some people say it's even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic cure inside those deep state walls. Cause all I see are medical fees. My whole family's victim to HIV. We relive horrible times, but make hilarious memories. We're consciously monetizing our traumas and our friendship. We also talk about smart guy stuff sometimes. We know the show's got a stupid name. Welcome to Always Very Always. Yeah, my internet went out. That's odd.
Nice job.
Yeah, cock sucks around here.
What?
Like every time. Like
what sucks around here?
Cocks.
Oh.
I also suck cock. Just to keep it a buck, folks. I'm out here trying to develop I'm trying to become a gay icon, to let you know.
Oh, you never told me that.
Yeah. And
so you're out now?
Well, I mean, I did tell you. I feel like
no, you never told me you were out, bro.
I never said I was gay.
Oh, you're not gay. You just like SD.
I'm just out here standarding some definition. So 6 weeks I did talk about I obviously wasn't recording. I was on the phone talking about how, I'm a little bit of a star sucker, not a star fucker. The ass is precious. That's for, husband. But I'm a little bit of a star sucker. But in high school, behind the bleachers, one of the stars, this was big for me. One Japanese professional wrestler, Kazuchika Okada, was touring here. And let's just say I gave him the lip. I put the mouth on him. And, he's...
Why are you doing this? Why are you making this up?
he spread word around back when he got to Japan talking about this. And I sort of became like a little welcoming party whenever the Japanese wrestlers would come down to New Orleans. And I think after a while...
Dude, this story is getting wilder and wilder.
After a while...
You might have to cut this off, bro. Keep that off the way.
For all you Japanese pro wrestling fans, your Tanahashis, your Shibatas, all of them. All of them were...
and no one will believe this, too, because just some random podcast.
We're fucking penalty kicking these tonsils, so to speak. And
why are you saying this, bro?
After a couple years...
Are you gay?
If
you're gay, it's cool. But I need to know. I'm somewhat confused now.
After a couple years, I got the moniker of Superhead 4.
All right. Are you gay? Yes or no?
Am I gay? It's very out. That's something that an ignorant person would say.
It's a yes or no question.
It's not so much that I'm gay. But let me finish the story. So I was like, what the fuck does Superhead 4 meant? And they explained to me the history of all the Superheads. So I would like to relay that information to all the folks at home.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Superhead.
So Superhead, most people know who Superhead is. This was Corinne Stefan or whatever. She was a video vixen. She had a couple books about being a video vixen. She released a lot of erotica, whatever, talking about this because apparently people like imagining a woman suck Jay-Z's cock, which that's a nightmare for me. As a person who's out here, never mind. But
never mind.
Superhead 3 was apparently she's not the original Superhead. We're gonna take it all.
She's the 4th.
No, she's the 3rd. I'm the 4th.
You're the 4th.
And there's Superhead like Superhead W's, Superhead there's other variations of Superhead. Superhead Black, but Superhead 1 is our girl Cleopatra.
What?
Yes. Let me tell you, bro.
Oh, no.
Let me tell you, because this is some real
she's a feminist icon. You can't.
How's she a feminist icon? Because she was a woman that had power.
Yes, literally. That's all.
All those sport and noble women were feminist icons. Anyways,
all those oppressors were feminist icons.
Yeah, who just kept sending the men out to war to inherit their money. That's not being misogynist. That's literally how it worked in Sparta. But anyways, I found this article here and it's on livejournal.com. I'll leave a link in the description. But it's about Cleopatra, and I'm just going to read it here. Leaving Rome for a moment, Egypt's queen Cleopatra VII had a robust libido on steroids, known by sobriquets such as, quote, the Great Swallower, and, quote, she gapes wide for 10,000 men, end quote. She was said to be highly skilled at fellatio. Tradition holds that she performed oral sex on 100 Roman noblemen in a single night. Apparently, sucking off was a national pastime in the lands of the pyramids. It's worth mentioning also that lipstick was first worn by women who were wishing to advertise their fondness for giving head. You learn, and the more you know, brother.
The more you know. That sounds possibly fabricated. Not by, like, I'm sure the account is real, but whoever wrote that or, like, said back in the day, they could have just been making that up, you know?
Yeah, of course. There's a lot of historical stuff.
Yeah, but it is for sure a real account.
Yeah,
but man, that's interesting. Ladies, take note.
First on the record Superhead that we know of. So definitely get the title of Superhead 1.
Superhead 1.
And other candidates for like historical superheads was Mary Queen of Thoughts, as the old Tumblr joke goes. Mary Queen of Scots, if you don't know Dante's.
Not familiar. I'm playing the part of the ignorant one here.
You don't know who Mary Queen of Scots was?
No, of course not.
It's fine. She was just some bitch. Catherine the Great is also a candidate, but all her,
I only know her as one of the NPCs or like
from Civ
leaders in Civ. Yeah, that's all I know about her.
Well, they made up all these.
I know she's Russian, right?
Yeah. Well, her bloodline is she ruled over the Tsardom of Russia, but her bloodline goes back to Denmark. It's
weird.
Yeah. But anyways, she had all these like rumors about her, like that because she wouldn't get married because she would have to relinquish her power as the head of government and state, because the man would have to be it, right?
Right. If she married.
So she held off on getting married. So everyone made up stuff like, oh, she fucks horses, or she's a lesbian, or she just likes sleeping around. But all those things are 100%, I think 95% made up.
Yeah.
So she's not in this. Superhead 2, and this has been thrown around a lot. I think this is pretty much internet consensus amongst people who know Nancy Reagan. She was Superhead number 2 when in the Hollywood days, when your boy Ronald was in Hollywood.
Something about like one of the monolithic conservative figures having his wife be Superhead 2. Something about that.
She was Superhead 2 for like a decade, and then he wifed that shit. It's like you putting the ring on. You know, I don't know. That.
Come on, Mark.
I mean, that is very. I'm not saying.
Come on, Mark. We're in 2022, bro. You trying to say that she can't be like a housewife just because she had her fun?
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. Go ahead, suck dick. I'll be a hypocrite to criticize anyone for that. My problem, like the obvious thing you're pointing out, oh, he's a conservative, but that's very much in lines with conservative value, in my opinion. You making an honest woman of her, and then you also, as a treat for making an honest woman for her, you get the Superhead skills for the rest of your life, even when you're old and demented and fucking have to wear diapers.
I don't think that's how that works. I think a lot of times these marriages are sexless.
I mean, after a while, of course. Yeah.
Like, come on, bro. You think Donald Trump was pumped and was piping? What's your face? Melania Trump?
He was trying.
He tried.
I couldn't imagine, like, in her prime having sex with Hillary Clinton. I'm not saying it doesn't make anything that Bill did right, because he was, a rapist. But, yeah.
I don't know any of the particulars of that story. You want to share it with the viewers?
Of Juanita Broderick?
Yeah.
I forget the particulars, but I looked into it, like, in 2017. It was like, damn. Right. He probably did that. And then never.
I'm not especially well versed on it, but
I'm more versed on.
And also Monica Lewinsky, I do remember speaking with you about how she was like very, very young at the time, but it was kind of like 20. It was portrayed almost like she was like, just like kind of undercover, sleeping with her boss type thing. When it's more like a intern at the White House is like being taken advantage of by the president.
Yeah, they sympathized. They saw it as like, damn. You couldn't like hide this, you dumb bitch. You couldn't like cover your tracks. Yeah. Instead of
for instance, she's spoken publicly in acts like like the rap line. you know, the super tough rapper line. Yeah, I'm Monica Lewinsky, that girl, and it's like you Monica Lewinsky, her.
Wait.
That's like a rap, bro. It's like a thing. Like people
You
say,
had sex with a trans woman that didn't get the.
That's like a thing. Like for instance, the Beyonce line, he Monica Lewinsky'd all on my blouse. Not correct. Like that's not the way that verbs work. You know what I mean? And Monica Lewinsky has gone on record saying, like, yes, please stop using my name in music. Like I was a 20-year-old intern, you know, trying to get ahead in my career, and I made a bad choice and was taken advantage of by the president of the United States. Why am I being crucified by this?
I mean, if she would have got away with it, she would have. Like, that's the type of shit that would, like, she came out of nowhere from being an intern to being a president 12 years later. It's like, well, do you want to expound on, like, your humble beginnings? It's like, I just knew how to make the president happy in my time serving him. And then, you know, the world would never know. But just that goddamn blouse.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the Harvey Weinstein situation showed us, too, like, in the upper echelons of society, that kind of debauchery and extortion of women is far more common than you might realize. Like we're talking about some of the like most well-known and established figures in media and sports, like Simone Biles, for instance. Mark, I'm sure you heard of that story.
Yeah,
like
she does flips.
Simone
Biles, that story.
Yeah. I was talking about. Yeah, she's the greatest gymnast in history. Like she's done many tricks that no one has ever been able to pull off, like flips and stuff. She's like she's up there with Michael Phelps in terms of how many just dangling on the shoulders gold medals they got, to where it's just like it just looks like you don't know how many it is, you just know it's an excessive amount for one person to get. And basically like I said, I don't want to go on a limb here and be wrong AF, you get me, but she has gone on record to speak out against some of the USA Gymnastics doctors and coaches and stuff.
Yeah,
were like taking advantage of these girls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because a lot of them were like really young. You know what I mean? Like some of them were literally like 16, 15. Yeah. A lot of them 18, because that's like the prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like the coaches taking advantage of them, sexually harassing them. Some of them raped. Like at the physicals and stuff.
Man, we're trying to have a good time talking about consensual head, and you over here talking about these coaches playing sticky finger with 16-year-olds.
Oh my lord.
Anyways, fucking. So if we finish, I think everyone. It's probably
so
on
Nancy Reagan Superhead too.
It's probably on Nancy Reagan's Wikipedia how many people she gave oral sex, how many actors she sucked off back then. So we could.
Well, who was Superhead 3? It's what to finish that off for you.
Is the video
vixen. But tis.
What?
I said to finish that off for you, but tis.
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, so Superhead 3 is Corinne Steffens, however you pronounce it. Okay. And then Superhead 4. I've been considered by a lot of people to be. It's me. Mm-hmm. I leveled up from certified head doctor. I've been leveled up to the Louisville lip. I leveled up to the throat of the world.
Wow.
And I leveled up, I think now, Superhead 4. And maybe I'm not as great as Cleopatra and all them. But I gotta say, I'm happy to have the honor, and because I think what really cemented this for me is that I'm getting married to one injured right now professional wrestler, Seiya Sanada, and he, like very much like Reagan, very much like Mark Antony with Cleopatra, they want it for life. So I'm happy to give it.
You got it.
I'm happy to give it.
I'm happy for y'all, man. I'll be at the wedding.
Yeah. So that's all. That's it on that. I want to talk about finding lost pornography. I think that's a very relatable. Come on now. It's very relatable.
It's not relatable.
I prepared a whole thing on a soundboard for this. You gotta do it. We gotta at least touch on it.
Lost pornography?
Yeah, like you saw something when like you were in 7th grade. And like, damn, I want to see that again. And then 10 years later,
is that a thing?
For a lot of people, yeah.
Y'all be stashing porn? It's weirdos, bro.
It's not stashing. It's just like, damn, I would like to see that again. Because I didn't know it, and I would never think to do it. I was listening to something.
What does this button do?
It releases that wire from the microphone. But there are people reminiscing about pornography with their children. So I'm like, okay, maybe we got something here. And
I don't want to participate in that. I don't have anything to offer to that discussion either.
Okay.
Like the first one, fair enough. But this, like, I actually can't do it, dude. Can't do it.
All right,
it's gonna be you talking about porn by yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
well, I'll just play the fucking thing on the soundboard then.
What is it? Look, we're brainstorming right now. Don't sweat. Don't sweat. I can see you sweating. Don't sweat.
You want to play the thing on the soundboard? Right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Wait.
Yes!
Mark Anthony. This is what I felt like when I found something.
Not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, not 6, not 7.
That's how I felt like.
All right, that's funny.
I just was looking at Yaphet Kotto's Wikipedia.
What is Yaphet Kotto?
He was a Cameroonian guy, and he's a descendant of
Jesus.
No,
We all are.
he's descendant of like the Queen Victoria of Windsor or whatever the fuck, and he became an actor. And it's just funny looking at his Wikipedia page that he was pro Trump, pro BLM, pro QAnon. He just likes supporting things, and I was trying to say that he's a trickster god. And additional evidence would be his impossible hairline and hairstyle.
You're gonna try to expose him as like a god living on a low.
Yeah, he's African Loki.
Gotcha. I'm literally sitting.
You don't have to remember me. I prove everything you want to say. It's me that have to prove myself to you. I feel.
Why do you prove everything I said?
Because I just want.
We're a team.
But yes, and I approve everything you say off rip.
Why?
Because I think your baseline more relatable than me. So you'll be more relatable to all those
regular people.
Yeah.
Damn.
So,
is that why I'm here?
No.
I'm the stand-in regular ass, regular ass, average ass, fake ass, typical ass, lame ass guy. That's why I'm here, Mark?
No.
Is that my role on the podcast?
No.
I'm not gonna lie, bro. When I was sitting over there in the chair that the camera pans to, and I say, yeah. you remember when I made that shit? You were like, doesn't it look like it? Is that the exact setup? Like, you know.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of podcasts.
All right, for instance, Angela Yee. That's the end. I'm playing the Angela Yee role here. Like, I'm all somewhere in a little, like, desk chair, and the camera just pans to me occasionally when I have something provocative to say.
Damn. Does that make me DJ Envy? I don't like that one.
I feel like I'm the DJ Academics to your Joe Budden. Or not even that Academics. I'm fucking...
Don't say that about yourself, brother.
What's her name?
Who?
The chick from They Struggle.
I don't know her name.
See? I'm freaking Molly Queer Rose.
What show on First Take? Is she still there?
Stephen A.
Yeah. Who's with him now? It's still Max.
Yeah, I think it's Max Kellerman. Who's a boxing expert, supposedly.
I think he is.
Yeah.
As a guy who knows nothing about boxing.
I think he seems way more knowledgeable than me. Which is the base competency required to be a ESPN analyst? Know more numbers than the average guy.
Just talk with
You ever thought about
authority.
being a sports analyst or broadcasting?
I thought about it in high school maybe, but I like studying about all that sports bullshit, like broadcasting and all that. It's just, what is it controlling for? Because everybody there has a degree or was a former athlete. So what would I have to be to stand out? Be particularly articulate? I guess I could do that. Have good points? Sure. But be a blowhard is number one thing. A charismatic blowhard is like, we're on the tail end of that era now. We're going into more the same way media in general is getting more there's a lot more smaller people being a subsist in media.
I feel like this could definitely be a topic, by the way. What we're talking about right now, this could fit.
Well, let's just start right now. This is a rolling cold open.
Oh, it's like it's already on.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize. Yeah. Dang, bro, did you just stealth me? You know what stealthing is?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord. Bro, the day I heard about that, I was like, that's wild. Like, what a strange, dangerous, awful choice to make, right?
I didn't. It's one of those things that I don't know how to think
Bro,
about.
no
It breaks
lie.
my brain.
That's really good that you did that because I even noticed, like, I was like completely natural before, but now I'm like fucked up in the head by the fact that like I know that the camera's rolling and we're not going to be able to recapture that magic that we had going there for a second. So next time, don't tell me. Just like let it run for a whole hour.
We're just hanging out for 2.5 hours. Like, Mark, let's start recording.
But literally, that's the idea, though, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not hard for me to get in that zone, though. I don't think it's that hard to.
Yeah, but you've been doing it. Dude, I keep telling you, and, you know, I've said it many times in many ways, bro. You're way more practiced and skilled than I think you realize.
I don't know if it's that. It's just like I want to get paid for it.
Yeah, I know. You deserve to get paid for it, and you can. That's what I'm telling you.
I got to get my reel back together. Have you ever made a reel? I guess you never acted in front of a camera before, only in theater.
Yeah, I only was a theater actor, so we didn't have a reel. I did have a resume, and the closest thing I did to that is you have to have a repertoire of monologues. I had my lovey-dovey young boy monologue. I had my Titus Andronicus grind your bones into paste monologue. My song, I had like a old English song. As an actor, I found like pretty good thing to do to like stand out as a singer because I'm not a good singer, right? Like I'm an average singer, I'd say, pretty like above average when it's like actually in my vocal range, but my vocal range is nowhere near like typical singer stuff. So what I did is I found a female singer's like one of those like classic songs, like a song that no one would like know at the top of their head, but like a talented female singer transposed it down like 3 octaves, and then I performed it. It just sounds like beautiful. It's like like the birds, like freaking Fiona from Shrek, where she's like singing to them. Yeah, it's kind of similar to that, but like way deeper. So it's like I'm trying to think which bird would have like the bass voice in like a gentleman's quartet.
The emu.
Yeah, bro.
Or something.
Yeah, I'm like singing like an emu instead of a cute little mockingbird or something.
I'm done with college. I'll take an online course.
I'm so tired of college. I feel that.
I don't understand why hasn't there been like a single. I mean, I don't want to happen. I don't want to phrase it like this. Why hasn't there been a single school shooting though?
Oh my
like around
Lord!
here? Because everyone was
around New Orleans, you mean?
Oh yeah, especially New Orleans, but just in general, I feel like
true. Not once in our lifetime has there been a school shooting.
No, I mean around here though.
Yeah,
I mean like around us.
That's what I mean.
Oh, okay. I thought you were being sarcastic. There's never been a school shooting in America.
No, I meant like in our lifetime. I can't recall ever hearing about one.
Yeah, there's been people bringing guns to school, but you know,
there's that guy that's gonna blow the school up.
Well, yeah, that guy. He's in the Ben Franklin Hall of Fame.
Facts. Spirit Day was gonna be a blast.
But yeah, twice you got me with that one. I didn't come to Spirit Day twice because I thought you were gonna do a little something.
Dude, I came close. I'm not gonna lie. That's off the wax.
What do you mean? No. Statute of limitations. You didn't even commit the crime. You may have bought the weapons, but you didn't commit the crime.
That's off the wax.
Come on, you got to come clean. People want to know the mind of a school shooter who didn't do it.
What do you mean? What is that to say?
Why would you do it? How you would do it? You know, stuff like that.
I mean, it's not that hard. I've explained this to many people. Like for instance, our good buddy Marcus works at the TSA. I told him, Marcus, if I wanted, I could literally walk into the airport right now, like through the door, beep beep beep. The metal detector goes off. Oh no, he's got metal in him. Sir, and then I literally just start shooting everybody. It's not hard at all to commit these kinds of crimes.
Of course.
Because the hardest thing is supposed to be getting a gun. It's not hard. Right now, Mark, we could walk to Walmart. I could show them my ID, pay $50, walk out of there with a gun and like 60 bullets.
I don't know. Every time there is a shooting that goes viral, they make it one step harder to get a gun at Walmart. Like it used to be just go there and you get a gun.
I know somebody who bought a gun recently I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. They came back with some paperwork.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally just some paper, like hey, this is gun safety rules on paper. Here's your gun. Here's your bullets. Thank you. Goodbye.
Now
the thing is,
I'm
the
not
gun
buying
is.
a gun with a serial number on it. Sorry, that's just me. That's just me.
You're not trying to get caught, basically.
Yeah.
I was about to say the thing is the gun. The gun has a particular like notches inside of it to where when you shoot it, the bullet can identify the gun that it was shot from.
Yeah.
So they will literally trace it back to you no matter what.
Not me. The gun's going in the storm drain.
Not me. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know, I watch. You know
something.
What?
In our time, while we're speaking about, we were about to talk about bullying.
Yeah.
We're gonna start into bullying, but I want to say first, kind of related. I recently saw a video of some kids at the school dance.
All right.
Real
where this is going.
Real cool event, wouldn't you agree? Everyone standing around.
What year school is this?
We're talking middle schoolers, bro, like freshmen in high school type beat.
Okay, go ahead.
Everyone's standing around. No one's dancing.
Ambling.
They occasionally make a circle, and that one guy who's really good at breakdancing does all his best moves, and then it's like, what do we do now? Like he just showed us all that dancing is a thing that's possible. None of us can do that. He used all his moves. What do we do now? That kind of thing.
The one kid who got the combination of having a man body at 12 while also having a man's confidence. He used it all just now.
Yeah.
5 minutes in.
Just tearing it up in his tuxedo at homecoming.
Yeah.
Crazy.
But that's what you saw? You didn't see anything illicit going on?
No. Where did you think this was going?
I thought, because I remember this time at a homecoming in high school,
oh, Lord.
They had, and the girl, like me and my sister went together. It was like, I think it was senior year homecoming, and my sister was a freshman. I'm like, yeah, let's just do it together. You go with your friends. Like, we'll hang out with each other's friends. We'll go and leave together, of course. Mm-hmm. But I would like, as we were walking into like the ballroom or whatever, the bathroom is right outside, either the boys and the girls' bathroom on opposite sides of the entrance to the ballroom. And, when you open up, people are constantly walking in and out the bathroom. And I see, all like a couple of my girlfriends, my friends who are female in the bathroom. So I'm not in there gawking or anything, but I go in the ballroom, go chill out with my boy. I guess Sam wasn't there, but I was just hanging out with my friends or whatever. Sitting at a table, I go on Snapchat, see my girl, not gonna say her name. They were doing big fat lines in the bathroom.
On Snap?
On Snap.
Why are they posting it on Snap?
Because they're white women.
Like, what? Why are they posting it?
And it's like, it's homecoming. It's not that, I don't know. It just felt so surreal to me because it's like, it's homecoming. It's like, it's not, do this shit at prom, do this shit when it matters. Like, why are we out here, this is not the fourth quarter. I don't know. Something about that was just always weird to me.
Save the Coke for prom night. Mark Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyways.
Coke was a very popular drug for,
I hear it's not even that good.
It's not.
I hear crack is better.
I don't know about that second part.
Well, I mean, it's a better high is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. I've heard that the Coke high lasts like 30 seconds. That's what I've heard alleged, as low as 30 seconds.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. All that just to get heart issues? Fuck that. But anyways, bullying. Because I talked about this beforehand, and it made me seem like a bystander to bullying, an ally with bullies, a person who did bullying himself, and that can be farther from the truth.
When we were presenting the take that bullying is good sometimes.
Well,
not that bullying is good, but like bullying sometimes leads to positive.
I was saying that bullying is funny.
Oh, well, you're starting off wrong, just so you know. But you can bounce back still.
No, I'm not backing down from that. It's not even a wrong point. Like a bunch of internet comedy, all these funny videos are basically bullying.
True.
Which is fine. But I want to talk about, the most harsh time I got bullied was field day. Ugh, yuck. I think it was like 8th grade. It's normal field day stuff. Run with an egg and a spoon type stuff. sack race type stuff. But you also got in a pool, and I remember all the dudes in my class. There were like 7 guys. Maybe this was like 7th grade or something. It was like me and like 7 boys in the pool. And for some reason, they were like, "Oh, all get marked." So they all get on my back. They're all pulling me down. And this would be one thing.
You did tell me this.
If this was 1 or 2 people doing this to me, horse playing in the pool, technically against the rules, technically bad, but I can handle it.
Yeah.
But
because you're the big guy, and like you were getting big guy bullied.
Yeah, and these are 7 people. I'm like fucking King Kong, got all these little airplanes on me, dragging me to the bottom, to the deep end of the pool. I'm getting killed. I'm getting drowned. I'm
getting killed. I'm literally being murdered at school.
It felt I was literally getting murdered at school. And
you were almost murdered at school, bro. That's a real traumatic moment.
I was struggling for my life. It had to be like a good minute and a half of them trying to kill me.
And you're like actually fighting for air.
I'm fighting for my life and not.
Wait, how deep is it? Like, can you like stand up in the water?
I think it might have been 6 foot. And at the time, I was like 6 foot. So
this is ridiculous.
Yeah, I could.
You could barely struggle to get enough. Like you're struggling to get a breath, and then you go right back under.
They're simultaneously these 7 dudes are simultaneously trying to drown me and use my body as a flotation device because it's also deep for them as well. But so they had these 3 girls that were in my class that I was kind of friends with, and they couldn't do anything because these are 7 dudes. These are like 3 girls. They can't fight off this. Yeah, and they're just looking at this in shock. And
they got the what is it?
It's like
flight, fight or freeze, bro. They froze.
And what I was just thinking, like, damn. For some reason, I feel so dishonorable and disgraced right now in front of my friends. And then to make it even worse, my sister also happened to be there, and she just watched her big brother. Just getting murdered, and it was just
okay. What is your little sister supposed to do? Is she like 3 years younger than you, bro? She had to be like 6, 9, something like that.
She was like 10.
Yeah, it's like 9. Yeah, she can't do anything to stop them.
I'm not saying she was
but you're saying she had to watch it.
She had to watch that.
Oh,
it was down bad. So I'm just saying I'm a victim as well. And also my ass was falling out of my trunks. That wasn't adding to the dignity. So I just wanted to get that.
Yeah, bro. Speaking of school shooters, like that's the type of shit that bursts a school shooter, bro.
I'm not sure about that.
Being drowned by your classmates.
Yeah, I think it's more likely it breeds a person who doesn't want to connect with people anymore,
or has trouble doing so when they want to.
Yeah. I was watching school shooter like they find videos of the school shooter talking about planning it and stuff after the fact.
Yeah.
And I was watching some of that. This was something, I don't know, from like a school shooting from like 5 years ago. And they were talking about, we're just going to do it. And we're going to make those bastards pay. And like, pay for what? And then they never say what they do to you. Like,
That's a recurring theme I've seen with like the school shooter texts and stuff. They always like say, like when they commit to it, Mark, it's like they'll drop the text to whoever. They'll usually send the text out to like a bunch of people at once. Like they'll say to the mom, like, sorry, it's over now. They'll send to like their best friend, yeah, man, I can't take it anymore. They'll send to like their girlfriend or whatever, or like some shit that they like. I'll always remember you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, all at once, they're just like sending goodbye letters.
I understand that, but it's the weeks beforehand video of talking about how these people have wronged you, but you're just saying that they've somehow wronged you. Like, it came off as like, I thought they could maybe trick me a little bit into being sympathetic for a millisecond. Like, oh, maybe you got bullied, or someone said you're gay or something. I can understand this. But you just had like a bad reaction to it, so you end up shooting them all. But no, it's just like this you just like have some sort of nihilistic thing that you were born with for some reason, that you have to kill all these people. I always found that very odd.
Yeah. Like, for instance, the guy, I believe it was a Uvalde shooter. I don't want to speak incorrectly on that, but I believe it was a Uvalde shooter. I knew it was at least around the same time as of the Uvalde shootings.
Far be it from an American to have a bad opinion about a shooting. But go ahead.
And the guy texts his friend,
Like, he had been beefing with his grandmother for some time. He's like, yeah, I just shot my grandmother in the head. I'm about to go shoot up a school now. So for him, it was not even like, planned. It's like, I already killed someone. I'm going to jail for a very long time. I might as well. Like, I've been wanting to do this for a while with some easy targets. He just walks into elementary school. There's no one there but, like, a few 20-something women and a bunch of little kids who don't know that he's coming in there with a gun because, it's not like he's going in there like a tough guy. What can they do to stop him? You get me?
Yeah.
Crazy.
There's also this other bullying thing that happened a lot. In 6th grade, everyone's going through puberty, and it's just odd for, like, to choose one person now as the smelly kid when everyone in the class smells like the back of Swamp Thing's balls. Like, everyone just smells fucking putrid. They smell like an outhouse, and just being out as a smelly kid. It's like, do I even live in the same reality? Because I'm smelling all y'all, and y'all smell like ground beef that's been been sitting in the sink for two weeks. Like, y'all sounding like unpasteurized milk. Like, what the fuck y'all talking about me? And I just remember being so anxious at the end of the day. Am I gonna make it to 3:30 without my
piss wet?
Without my deodorant wearing off?
Stop.
And I'm like, and I'm just getting so.
Stop, bro. That's too close. That's hits too close to home, bro.
And I remember just always going home, it just changing my clothes. Like, damn, I even like smell well. Like, what the fuck? Why am I getting a complex?
It's anxiety. And it's funny because that just makes you sweat and be like stink more. Ironically, you know what I'm saying?
I think what makes you, smell and stink more is being outside during recess for 45 minutes while it's 9 degrees outside.
Yeah, and then you go straight into class and sit down after that.
Yeah, which everyone experienced. So.
I had a storied history of spending my entire lunch period on a blacktop in 90-degree weather outside, literally jumping 40 inches into the air because I was not at the time aware of the dangers of doing that.
Mm-hmm.
And then going straight from that to sitting down and trying to pay attention in a social studies class. Yet one more example of how the education system is an attack on manliness.
Yeah.
Absurd.
Yeah, attack on manliness for me was like in 5th grade, the science teacher was talking about like stem cells, and it said, well, we usually get stem cells like people like some material from like birth or something, but you can also get stem cells from like
fetus.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, but you can also get stem cells from like a man's genitalia. So basically, long story short, I got recircumcised by my teacher, and I would say it sort of relates to you. So what you were saying about being emasculated.
Wait, what?
What?
Your teacher circumcised you?
Recircumcised me.
Oh, okay. She did it a second time at school.
Yeah, I wasn't born. My mom didn't let me. Good Americans, which doesn't even make sense because like I don't understand. It's nothing. It's not religious because they're not Jewish. Most Americans aren't Jewish, so why do we get circumcised? I know why. It's because that guy who made what his name? The guy who made Kellogg's cereal was like
Clark Kellogg.
Get nice one. The guy, like 170 years ago, he was like a health nut, and he was like, "Yeah, circumcision helps you keep your penis clean."
Yeah, it's cleaner. Not true. Turns out you gotta. I mean, if you don't wash your folds, yeah.
Wow. Now we living with what's the word I'm thinking of? Mutilated genitals because of that guy.
Yeah. Rough.
Anyways, the other case of being bullied is being called Samoan, and this one I have nothing against Samoan, but
But you are mixed, correct?
Not with Samoan.
I know you're not mixed with Samoan, but what I'm trying to say is you have.
I'm just want to let me just get this out. I don't need any sympathy. I don't even need people to understand it. But they were calling me Samoan in the Yokozuna or Rikishi sort of way, not in
what that means.
You don't have to get it. They basically morbidly obese cartoon characters, but not in the way that I would like to be called, like in The Rock.
Oh yeah.
Or the Make a Difference Fatu sort of way. But anyways, also Sports Authority figures, big bullies, to hit you with bats and stuff.
I've never been paddled, but
Man, you know the same when I remember trying like going touring around high schools to see which one I wanted to go to. And I think somebody in my family wanted me to go to St. Aug, so they just made me do the tour, like a day like tour of St. Aug. And it's like one of the selling points in 2013 was like, we don't beat the kids anymore. It was like, okay.
Thanks.
But the fact that you had to be told not to do this, like y'all still the same people running the school.
Like y'all would beat us if you could.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, for all the struggles it added, going to a magnet school was a better choice for like over whatever else we had going on. You know what I'm saying?
Of course. I remember just hearing all the stories of my I guess he's not my stepfather, but my mother's boyfriend talking about going to, what was it, Green or Carr? I don't remember what it was, but like talking about how like there would just be a bunch of women that are pregnant in class. There would be knife fights every week, and within this like wild, violent, just unruly context, he was like a tennis star. And it's just the hilarity of like black poverty.
Yeah, I was about to say,
because it's like you have just the worst like third world shit happening, and then you have a guy who's going to be like who has the potential to be a sports millionaire and an icon at the same time.
Yeah.
Another way that the sports bully you is the weight limit. That was fucked up. Not because
like young football teams.
Yeah. So I was like, at 4th grade, I was 230 pounds. And the weight limit, I think, for that age was like 180. So I couldn't play. So I didn't want to play. So I was like, okay, good. I don't have to play. But the coach was like, because the park was right across the street from my house.
Yeah.
And he one day, I didn't come to practice. He knocks and says, what you doing? Why you ain't at practice? It's like, because I'm not going to make weight. I didn't make the weight limit. It's like, no, you can still play. We're going to put you on the 16 and up team. And I'm like, I'm 9. What's going on?
You're just making that face like, wait, hold on. You're the one that's supposed to stop me from saying stuff like that. You're supposed to be responsible here.
Yeah, I'm playing with a guy who's paying, like my mom was saying, I'm playing with people who are paying child support. I'm playing with people who have full beards, full-time jobs. Like, these are not even good high school like schools to play with. Yeah. But yeah, I did one day of practice with the 16 and up crowd, and I'm like, I can't take this mentally. It's just like, I don't know. It's such a bullshit thing to like recall, because it's such a unique and dumb experience.
Yeah. It's a shame too, because if you weren't introduced to it in such a toxic way, it could have went out better. It could have went better
football.
for you.
I love football as a sport. I think out of the 4 major sports, it is the best one.
Mm-hmm.
In terms of its effect on society.
What's the fourth?
The fourth, it's tough because I like them all.
Because three comes to mind, but what's the fourth?
What?
I have 3 in mind. What is the fourth?
In terms of ranked, or you don't know what like hockey is?
Like I have 3. Oh, hockey. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
I mean, yeah, because we live in New Orleans, we never got to really experience.
Yeah. It's not cold enough here, so that makes sense. I imagine hockey is way bigger elsewhere. I know it is in Canada. They go crazy over there.
Yeah. How does doesn't they like? I think it's Phoenix or something like that has a hockey team. Why can't New Orleans get one? It's hot there. It's literally a desert. At least we got water. We could freeze it.
I mean, we're gonna be underneath it soon enough. So,
yeah,
bro. Speaking of hockey, you know how it's like a thing. Like everyone in Canada knows how to skate, like ice skate. Like they just all, how like everyone can kind of dribble a basketball in America. Like most people,
I wouldn't go that far, but I wouldn't go.
We were just discussing that.
a boy N-Dog. We're not gonna say his name. We're not gonna drop him like that.
Yeah, the guy literally was on a basketball team with us. Came to every practice. Great teammate. Really, really nice guy. Never roots anyone. I don't know if he ever had seen a basketball before that.
Yeah. So
I don't even know if he knew what a basketball was, bro.
We were juniors, so he had to be a sophomore, right? Or
he was a freshman.
Yeah, he was okay.
He was literally
a freshman. So before that, never played basketball, never watched basketball. I even
Never walked around on the court and like shot around with.
Never heard of basketball being dribbled. And you could tell, you don't even have to know him personally. I didn't know him personally, but you could tell just by how the way he attempted to dribble, which was really just a bounce, the way he tried to shoot the ball, which was him aiming and throwing it at the rim. It's everything that you're not supposed to do. Yeah. You're overthinking everything, but surprisingly, on a team of like overthinkers and inept people, he came off as the least skilled, but he probably wasn't the worst.
He was not the worst. And he was and like you said, everybody on that team for the most part, like we weren't the best, but we was going to practice. We was getting it done. Everybody was keeping their grades up. We was in them study halls that were literally 3 hours long. In hindsight, absurd. They had us sitting in that room for 3 hours at a time, Mark, just doing homework.
Are you talking about like after school thing?
Yeah. Because, we get last picks on the court.
Yeah, I mean, we are like the worst. That was the worst sports program. Well, I guess.
You say that.
I guess football.
But I don't know. So you know how. So they wouldn't put like the varsity, the cool guys, basically, the varsity team, like the people that had been on the basketball team since freshman year, they wouldn't let them play against the girls team, right? Because it would just be embarrassing.
Yeah, why would that be? Yeah.
Why would that be embarrassing?
No, why would that be an idea that people would have?
No, it's a very common thing for like girls basketball teams to play against like younger boys teams.
Against like the freshman team, you mean?
Yeah, like for instance, like they'll have like Dia play against like some of the JV people.
I don't remember this.
And she would like easily body them. You know what I'm saying? Like the actual like the varsity females will be able to like compete against like the least skilled men at school. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Well, like for instance, Marcus and I, what they call it, Coach Haley asked us to come to their practices sometimes, and like we would be against each other, but like on opposite teams, or we would be on the same team. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. The only time I got to play against the girls like any girls, like on the varsity team was a FIBA, the intramural sport.
Dude, I love FIBA. That was a really good idea.
It was a good idea, but I didn't like doing it. But I remember like the first game, like the third possession, there was a fast break. Carmen catches it at the 3. And I'm like, oh, I thought she was going at the rim. Go back, jump, block the 3. Jonathan catches it. He does the fast break. We score. Everyone's booing. And the whole crowd is booing you. I think it was mainly women that were booing.
I mean, keep it real, bro. Carmen's like the cute girl basketball player. You just blocked her shot. Are they supposed to be happy that you did that? Like, Carmen was like a lot of people's favorite player. You know what I'm saying? They root for her. They're not rooting for you, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm keeping it real with you. Like, Carmen was cool, connected basketball chick. You are really, really, really tall guy.
Yeah.
You're literally like a 1.5 feet taller than her, Mark.
Thunderous oath.
I didn't say that. I'm just saying, like, the perspective on it is like, it just looks wrong, bro.
Yeah, it doesn't look wrong. But, I can't. That's all I could do.
Dude, I did play in like JV scrimmages, like between like with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like we have like 11 on 11 with the JV team for football at Franklin. Prior to everybody getting cut, because then we didn't even have 22 people. Worst thing about Franklin football.
Getting cut? Why would y'all cut people?
Because they didn't have a 2.0 GPA.
Oh yeah, they changed the rule after the fact.
Yep. Basically, it's a nerd school. If you don't have C's or better in any class, like it's not even 2.0. If you have an F in any class, they would kick you off the team.
Yeah.
So basically, like all of our strongest, most muscular fellas, they was gone after the first month. But anyways, I remember we would do like the JV scrimmages, and you're right, man. It was a lot of fun. One of my favorite plays I ever made, like I didn't even like get finished the play, but like we had a kickoff, and like to this day, it's like one of the only times I can remember. I'm like very confidently saying like, yeah, I ran full speed. Like I was on the kickoff team. We kicked the ball, and like I had like the perfect timing. Like as soon as his foot touched the ball, I like immediately started running. And like literally the guy that's catching the ball, I'm like standing in front of him as he's catching it on the kickoff. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm running right at him. And I literally just like could not stop myself and just completely missed. It was embarrassing.
Oh,
but
damn.
I was fast though. I was still impressed with myself. Like even the coaches were like, "Damn, crazy legs." That was my nickname. They're like, "Damn, crazy legs. You really got down." Next time you gotta wrap up or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Hit sticking a ghost.
Yeah, bro.
Damn.
Dude, he would have died. You know how fast I was? Force equals mass times acceleration.
That
big
would have
dog.
been a good way to get your one body in life, was to kill a guy on the field. You could have got
I would have had to get a tattoo, a tear tattooed on my helmet, bro. Like on the side of my helmet.
Oh, like that's what the Buckeyes things is for. Is how many bodies you got in practice.
Oh man.
My relationship with my brother is like, hey, can you join our Minecraft server so we can get these guys to stop bullying us? It's like that's like
because you're the big brother, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm also the big brother. I love being a big brother, dude.
But
it's cool.
how old is your brother?
Oh, my brother basically the same age as me, like year younger.
Yeah,
but like between us, there's a very clear big brother little brother dynamic. Like he really looks up to me, and like I really I love our brothers.
Well, I mean, my half brother is he's like more than a decade younger than me.
Yeah, and from what I understand, y'all have a more like uninvolved connection to each other.
Yeah, like all of my family, very uninvolved, cold.
Yeah, that's why I don't really call him my half brother either, because he's not like he's just my brother. You know what I'm saying? And that's
sure.
So it's a little different for us from your scenario.
I make sure we have it I make sure to use proper labels for everything. We're keeping track of the bloodline like it's fucking Habsburg. Yeah. Not mixing blood like the Habsburg, but keeping track to make sure who's the heirs of the right things. I remember how many times we've talked in the family about the race for my mother's body when she passes decades from now. Like the Ottomans, the sons of the Ottoman Sultan used to do back in the day. Whoever gets the body first gets to be the next emperor. Because there's one faction who wants my mother to have a normal Christian fucking death, and there's me, and what my mother actually wants is a Viking funeral. She wants to be pushed down the mighty Mississippi on like
the flaming boat.
Yeah, the flaming boat.
I would love to do that. I want a second line into the boat burning.
Nah, there will be no New Orleans
do
bullshit.
What you want?
You actually remind me, talking about the second line, one of the many. Sometimes I still have a lot of ideas I had when I was like 11, because I never had the experience to have them ever challenged. And there's like 3 things that you just reminded me of. Was that every time my mom was like, her and her boyfriend would go to the second line, every time without fail for like years on end, there would be a shooting. Everyone scatters. Everyone scatters. And it's like in my head, it's like fuck. It's like something from The Simpsons. Yeah. It's like every second line we're having a shooting.
I mean, you've heard the story of the guy who's like camping out the funeral, waiting for that guy that he got to try to get payback on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like a GTA 3 mission.
Camp the funeral, bro. That's so wrong. So wrong.
That's probably like a legitimately something that Agent 47 did, like as in a clown suit, somehow hiding at a funeral trying to snipe somebody. But the other thing I got reminded of was like being like listening to Q93. I think it was whenever there was a commercial. The only commercial I would like listen to is like down at the duck off. Shit's going down at the duck off. Bring your bitch. Big bitches, skinny bitches, no white bitches allowed.
Oh my!
And it's like, and my mom would just every
time. That's something, dude. No, that's something, dude.
It's like every time that commercial would come on, my mom would be like, never, when you come like 21 or whatever, never go there. There is literally a murder every weekend in the parking lot. You do not want to go there
every weekend.
And
it's like clockwork.
And she was right. At that time, we had like the highest per capita murder rate in America. It was happening, but by the time I didn't even get close to being able to go to Duck Off just to see, because it got closed down because of all the murders. You can't run a profitable organization when everyone's dying, I guess.
Yeah.
And also the horrors of the Chapatoulas Walmart, which was
not the Chop Walmart.
It felt like every third person was walking around with box cutters just ready to go, and they were just always packed. But anyways,
what do you think, to me, one of the worst effects of like living in a dangerous place and just on a day-to-day feeling like you never know what might happen, is that it's very hard to slip out of that mode. I mean, you see something similar and like to a greater degree with like soldiers after war. And I'm not trying to like trivialize that. I'm saying like we have a more, what is it, particular version of that, complex PTSD. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're like literally seeing someone get shot, or like hearing someone get shot. Like for instance, I was just talking to my neighbor, bro. Guy's name is Mr. Cleveland. Huge Saints fan. Just sitting on his porch with his Saints hat. Hey, you seen the Saints game? That kind of guy, right? Rides his bike all over, like to the gas station and back. Doesn't bother anybody. Like typical old black man, you know.
Real New Orleans shit right there.
Yeah, yeah. Guy says, yeah, they stole my bike. I was riding out of the gas station. One of them pushed me off my bike. The other one hopped on and they ran. I'm like, you serious? He's like, yep, right over there at the gas station, about a quarter mile from where we live. They pushed me, an old man, off of my bike onto the concrete, got on my bike and pedaled away with it. Wild, dude. Wild.
Yeah. I never got, why the fuck the next GTA is going to be in Miami? We need that in fucking New Orleans.
Yeah, they should have been had a GTA in New Orleans.
What would they call it?
They could have Big Frida as a character.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, I would love that. Or Big Frida helped us organize those shitty dances at Lake Forest.
I forgot about that. Well, no, that was Sissy Nobi.
No, it was Big Frida, because Big
Big
Frida
Frida?
was friends with one of the teachers,
Oh,
Miss
okay.
Taylor.
Oh, okay. What is Sissy Nobi known for when it came to Lake Forest? Or like,
Just playing one of the songs over and over.
yeah,
Just being like having a 2-hour loop of that one song.
what was it?
I don't even remember how it goes. Fuck.
Some bounce song.
It was like, Sissy Nobi, be on your mind. And that would just be in my head all the time. But I don't remember how the rest of the song went.
Like it would never escape you. You
Yeah.
just always remember that one.
I guess it's because it's been like 5 years since I've lived in the East, really. But
Yeah.
it's been a while since I listened to bounce music.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never was a bounce music partaker, but I don't know. It bangs sometimes.
I
The
mean-
Adele "Rolling in the Deep" song.
Come on.
The Adele "Rolling in the Deep" bounce remix, like that's a piece of New Orleans culture right
Put
there.
that on a CD, a record, shoot that shit into space. Let the aliens hear that.
Dude,
let them-
like no joke. Whenever someone's like, "Oh, you're from New Orleans," like someone that doesn't know about NOLA, right?
yeah.
I'm like, "Yeah, you ever heard of bounce music?" They're like, "No, what's that?" I'm like, "You know who Adele is, right? Check this out."
Yeah, imagine if she was listenable to black people.
She is. Black people love Adele.
Really?
Yeah. For instance, I know somebody who was like a known racist, like not a fan of white people in the slightest. Literally, like one of the people that's hard up, like, "Hey, you black, don't be dating white girls." One of those, right?
Really?
Man, Adele is the exception. No joke.
Really?
The man said, "When a race war kick off, we taking Adele with us."
Really?
No joke. Hey, Adele has done so much for what is it? For music in general, like,
Really?
yeah.
I guess I'm ignorant on this.
On Adele is hugely popular, by the way, like, even in spite of that. And also, she's like British, so you know, she does have that as like a to make her somewhat removed from whiteness in America.
Yeah, because British people have never done anything
no,
wrong.
she's not one of those people in our context.
Mm-hmm.
The people that have gotten us down bad, you know, they drink in Starbucks and stuff. You know what I mean? They're not like British. They're not like eating beans for breakfast.
What's wrong? Everyone drinks Starbucks. Every demographic drinks Starbucks.
That's true. But one demographic has had that associated with them negatively for years.
It's funny because that's like that starter pack humor, and it's
I
just
know,
like it's like, oh,
not actually true, but
fucking going back to, I'm about to actually do an actual one that was accurate, but like every starter pack, wearing shoes, wearing clothes, eating food. It's like a white woman. You got it right. For the white women.
All right, bro. No lie, I don't know what I would call that.
the closest version, my favorite version of that humor is literally just like a picture, and it's like basically like a new age meme hieroglyphic version of the Family Guy joke.
Mm-hmm.
Women born after 1993 don't know how to cook.
Mm-hmm.
All they know is eat hot chip, be bisexual, and lie.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's literally just like meme hieroglyphics. Twerk, I forgot twerk. They do know how to twerk. You know what I'm saying?
Back these days it's twerking. Back in my day was gyrating. I'll let y'all know.
Yeah, you and Socrates, huh?
Yeah, me and Socrates was getting them boys popping.
Woo-wee.
Yeah,
That's on the wax too.
it was okay back then.
Kevin Spacey.
That's what I'm about to say. It's like just making the kid. Yeah, the Snapchat existed when this was okay, so don't use that as evidence. Kevin Spacey's making a comeback though. He's in a couple of movies by smaller directors, and he's slowly paving the way to be back in some bigger shit. I mean, obviously we're not getting House of Cards back.
He disgraced himself, bro.
Of course, I'm not saying I want him back, but he's going to be back. He's only like 58 or something.
Somebody like Johnny Depp is going through something similar because like his issues with Amber Heard and everything.
But that's been settled, yeah.
And I don't know. I just don't feel like somebody like Kevin Spacey should ever really get. If we kicking people off their spot for their misconduct, I feel like he's pretty high on a list of people, right?
Of course, but things don't happen by popular demand.
True, unfortunately. But I mean, that's not necessarily true because if people stop like supporting movies he was in, or like if they ran an actual effective witch hunt on him like they do on Twitter sometimes, it will work.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch fucking what's it called? Unusual Suspects for the 20th time. I'm stopping at 19.
No more 7.
No more Baby Driver.
No more American Beauty.
All that shit.
I never seen that movie, American Beauty. 7 was pretty good though. Shout out to Morgan Freeman. Kevin Spacey was in 7, right?
I think so. I didn't see the movie either.
You ever seen 7?
No.
No, I've seen that. I haven't seen
I don't think I've ever seen any Kevin Spacey movie.
You never seen Baby Driver?
Nope.
Baby Driver is pretty good. It's like a lame movie though. It's the kind of movie that like you remember when like school would be pretty much over in middle school and we're like they like roll the TV in,
yeah,
cut on something.
That I could definitely see Miss Wallace like we doing a double feature of Pitch Perfect into Baby Driver, one for the girl, one for the boys.
Literally, like I feel like that's for the next generation. Baby Driver is gonna be that movie.
Yeah.
Pitch Perfect, by the way,
was a good movie. I enjoyed
Aquamazing.
That.
Aquamazing.
Did you see the second one?
Aquamazing.
Oh.
Aqua Awesome, actually. The second one was Aqua Awesome. Shout out to Haley Steinfeld. That's when I became a fan.
Let me Google this. One time we gonna do research.
Oh Lord, not what I meant, but go off.
Steinfeld.
No.
What else we gotta talk about? What else you want to talk about? You never talked about. You say you had some bullying, like you seeing bullying stories that you wanted to talk about before.
Oh man, I just wanted to speak in general on how sometimes bullying is seen as very like standard behavior. Like for instance, we had like groups of people where that particular group, when we were all together, the thing for us to do was to rib each other, right?
Yeah,
that's bullying. You know what I mean? It's like that's what we're doing. Like we all get together, get in a circle, we pick one person, and all of us in turn make fun of that person. Doesn't this like this is pretty prototypical bullying, right?
Yeah.
And like that sort of stuff was like very, very normal as we were growing up. Like I remember when I wouldn't participate or when I would like start freaking, get mad, you know what I'm saying? It was like, now I'm the bad guy, you know what I mean? But really, like that whole behavior to begin with was like strange, not my reaction to it.
Yeah. I mean,
but as far as like a quality bullying story, one that I've told many times, and I just gotta let it fly. I remember me, you, Donovan, Marcus, Joanne, you know what I'm saying? The usual suspects in the morning table.
Yeah.
And I couldn't even recall what it was said because I had to erase my mind a moment. I think it was something about the earth. We were talking about gravity. Basically, we were all like, having an informed discussion about this. And then Joanne just looks up and he asked the question. I couldn't even tell you what he said, but he basically asked some stupid question. And everybody looked at each other and we all literally just started closing our binders, putting stuff into our backpacks. And we just walked away. We didn't even say anything.
Yeah.
Like literally all 6 of us just on cue started leaving. He's like, wait, where y'all going? And we all like, we didn't plan this either. It's like we all just understood in that moment that what he needed was to understand that is not appropriate behavior. And like that was some like real like primal level like exclusion tactic. You know what I mean? Like he did something bad, so we immediately like punished him by not having him be part of the group. All of us just immediately walked away.
That is fucking hilarious. It is. It is the strongest type of bullying. Is exclusion from the group.
Oh, for sure. Shunning, like being in the group but not being involved with.
Yeah.
Oh, bro, what are the most like? What's the word for it? I guess surreptitious is the word, but like, kind of like covert versions of bullying.
Mm-hmm.
So like you're in a friend group and you know that you're like the person out of the group that's not actually friends with anybody else.
Yeah.
Like for instance, the best example of this I've seen is like there's 4 people and 3 of them are like laughing. That was so funny because you typed in the group chat, right? That's one person says to the one guy. The guy number 3 goes, "Yeah, man, that was crazy." And you're kind of standing there looking at them like, "Wait, y'all got a group chat?" And like they're talking and like laughing and joking about like you talk to them all the time.
Yeah.
They're all in a group chat together that they all enjoy laughing. Never once even offered to invite you to it. And you can't ask because if you ask them, "Hey, why don't y'all put me in the group chat?" Because you know what's gonna happen, right? They're gonna add you to the group chat, make another one without you.
Yeah.
And
That is some yes.
Oof, man, now that's some bullying right there. You don't belong here type stuff.
There would be. I've heard this before from other people talking about how their friend group. There's like if there's 5 friends, there will basically be 5 group chats. There'll be one with everyone, and then there'll be another one with another person excluded.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone besides 1, everyone besides 2, everyone, and just go down the line.
Yeah.
It's great. I love the toxicity of it. And I what I didn't like about the group chat, like adding someone else, is because you have to make a whole new line of history. So all the old memes are on the old text line, and I think that's some people's reversion to adding people to the group text. I know that what it was with like me, Donovan, Josh. I think you were probably on it. It was like basically that like little JV basketball squad. And like we ain't trying to.
I was never in any of those.
Oh, okay.
I was never cool with anybody on the basketball team besides the people I already knew outside of it.
Of course.
Like for instance, Jack, Daniel, Michael, all them. Never really talked to them. Never been anywhere with them except for school or practice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like see you every single day, but we not friends type stuff. And like not in the bad way. Like we just never was tight like that. And I wouldn't pretend that we were. Bro, another classic example. Like for instance, we be planning like spontaneous trips. So like we went to like the water park, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that one friend is just like, wait, like we're all on Snapchat together at the water park. And he just wipes up on the Snapchat story like, "Yo, what the fuck? why are y'all at a water park without me? Like having a blast? Do y'all hate me that much?
You were involved.
Y'all think I could make a water park unfun?"
You were involved in one of these situations that I was in your position. Is that time that y'all went to the paintball thing? Is with both sides of my friend group did something and they didn't invite me. I was the one part in the middle of the Venn diagram.
Oh,
it's like
you talking about when I went with Newell and them?
Yeah, Newell and all them, but it also had Sam and all his little group.
No, you know what's funny about that too? I didn't get invited to that. I was already at Newell's house.
Yeah, you just came with him.
Yeah, so Newell's. I'm literally at because I basically live with Newell. No funny stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like I used to sleep at his house all the time, right? So I'm already there. He's like, yeah. What's his face? What was the guy that invited us? Was it Sam? It wasn't Sam or I think Henry was there. Lindsay was there too, huh?
Probably. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I just know everyone was there besides me.
Oh, Gabe. Newell and Gabe were friends.
You're like, y'all niggas had Gabe there.
Come on. Gabe was there, but not me. Y'all had a man named Gabriel, but I couldn't get an invite.
No. Tony couldn't come.
Newell was friends with Gabriel, all right? And so since Newell did Gabe was like, "Hey, Newell, pull up." Newell's like, "Yeah, I'm with Downstairs, that super cool guy. He's gonna come too." And so he's like, they're like, "Of course Downstairs can come. He's that super cool guy." And I didn't know anything about you coming because like I'm just going with Newell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And at that point, I wasn't tight with any of y'all. You know what I'm saying? To
Yeah.
keep it real. Like, I mean, you was never down for a lot of. I used to invite you stuff, but at a certain point, it's just like Mark clearly does not want to do any of this stuff. Let me stop inviting him. Especially because like you don't like to be out your house at that time of night. A lot of times I was out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. But paintball, that's a perfect fucking.
That definitely would have been your thing. And like in hindsight, I apologize.
I mean, it's not on you.
I mean, yeah, I could have invited you still. Though.
It's not on anyone.
It's the
really.
funny thing, right?
It just happened to. That just happened to happen.
As soon as you're in a clique where something like that goes down, if you know somebody that's friends with all other people, I'm not saying it is your responsibility to like involve your friends.
Yeah.
That's my opinion on it anyways. Like it's not your fault if they aren't involved,
like I think there's a distinction between like fault, blame, and responsibility, right?
Yeah.
Like basically, I'm the only one that can facilitate that happening for you. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's my responsibility.
Or Sam.
No, Sam is for sure wrong for that. He's your friend. He was definitely like part of the planning of this. He did not invite you.
Don't worry. I mean, this is like 5 years ago now, but this is on video of me talking about what the fuck. I would love to be.
And I promise, dude, if I had to guess, he probably just slipped his mind. You know what I'm saying? He probably thinking too hard about like how he's planning this, what time, matching up people's schedules.
Yeah, of course.
That he doesn't think to involve you, especially because he spent so much time with you otherwise.
Yeah,
you know?
we spent like multiple days for like a year and a half together. Mm-hmm. It was pretty fun. I do miss those days, but sadly he moved to the Midwest.
Oh, if you're out there, Sam, shout out to what was his name, Oscar Robertson, the GOAT.
Yeah, the true GOAT, the GOAT, not the GOAT,
the big O. Shout out to the big O, man.
I remember you saying this the other day of like how realizing that Russell Westbrook has made Oscar Robertson's career completely irrelevant. Like between Russell Westbrook and Giannis, they both made him completely irrelevant.
Yeah.
But you know, he's still the big O in Sam's heart. Anyways, we should think about doing that top 10 again, huh?
Yeah.
You ever listen to that episode of me and Sam and Jay Philly did on the Nightmare team, the Nightmare basketball team?
No, bro, I didn't know about that.
It was I had so much fun writing it because I did like a whole like 3,000 word creative writing thing about how like people like I don't know, I can't even describe, like Kobe's on the team and like someone's having a heart attack, and since Kobe's a ball hog, he's still trying to get shots up before the game as someone's like getting carted off. I don't know. One
of my favorite Kobe Bryant stories, bro, is Shaq asking him to like get the ball to him more on the pick and roll, and Kobe said, "I don't understand. Can't you just get it off the backboard?"
When are we going to get, like how they have the KFC Taco Bell combination? When are we going to get the NBA 2K Spec Ops The Line, like a Call of Duty? I was thinking because back in the day, it was Chris Smoove. He would use Saints Row or GTA footage to show like the player just hanging out.
Yeah.
We need to have like that sort of crossover with a game to spice it up a little bit, because it's like
that'd be cool.
This new fucking story for all these my careers is just so fucking corny. I don't ever want to see Kendrick Perkins being a blowhard on my video game. Why would I pay for that?
Dude, I've never finished 2K22 my career, but I hated those cutscenes, dude.
He's back for 2K23.
And no matter how many 100-point games you have, he will always run his mouth.
He's at best he's a rotation player as he averages 90 a game
off the bench in like 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I kind of want to play some 2K now though. You gotta be call it nostalgic.
Yeah, the game is fun, but the every other aspect that isn't literally.
I should have bought my Xbox. I'm gonna do that one of these days. We can play some 2K22. You excited?
Why would you have to bring your Xbox?
Because I got a Series S.
It doesn't work on.
No.
Okay.
I have it downloaded also.
The Series S, the next generation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
120p. 120 frames.
I'm used to that.
No, 120 frames, 4K.
120. Okay.
Yeah. I don't know if this is a 120 hertz TV though.
It's 144, I think.
Yeah, well, it's funny too because you have a TV that would actually work with a Series S. My TV doesn't. I can't get 120 frames. I can't get 4K. The only thing I get is the improved like RAM and stuff like that, and like the games themselves, the graphics and all that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But because I get like upscaled 1080p. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it is like clearer for sure, and also the field of view is way larger on the Series S. Mm-hmm. But no, I want you to try it out because you like 2K, and we play against each other. It'll be fun.
Yeah,
we should record it too.
All right. What
team are you gonna use? I want to know so I can counter team you.
All right. We think right now. Let's just go. I'm just gonna go with the nice, humble up and comers, the New Jersey Nets, the New York Nets, the Brooklyn Nets.
The humble up and comers.
Yeah.
And you literally pick a GA band team.
What's GA? Game battles?
GA is gentleman's agreement.
Oh,
But yeah, in game battles, that's like where it was birthed.
I wanted to title this episode "Sexy Porygon," and not for it to not be random. For it to not be random,
We have to mention it somewhere in that.
we have to read Porygon FanFic.
No,
We have to.
no, I can't.
Can we just a line?
I can't.
Just one line?
I just can't do that.
Why?
I just can't. Porygon is one of my favorite Pokemon. We can't do that.
It's Porygon cross Rotom. It's genderless. Come on,
No, bro.
maybe we have a good laugh.
No, bro. Hard no.
Can I just say one sentence?
One sentence.
Let me get one.
One.
And then from here, we can just keep going.
No. One sentence.
Okay. The Rotom eagerly kept it up, wanting to taste the Porygon's cum.
All right. That's enough.
Okay.
That's enough.
All right. There'll be a link in the description if you want to read more of that.
Okay.
It's from the Pokemon Brothel selection.
Come on, bro. Y'all have so many Pokemon y'all could pick. Y'all pick Porygon and Rotom.
Well, they're both genderless.
Why don't they just pick like one of the chicks from the show? Like, what's her name? Professor Ivy.
That's probably another story in there, but this one was about how Rotom, a prostitute.
This one's about bestiality. Yeah, thanks.
Rotom is a genderless Pokemon, so no one wanted to like have sex with Rotom, like pay for it. So Rotom was sad, and then was happy when Porygon came in. So they end up sort of kind of making love, even though it was transactional.
So you actually read this fanfic?
I looked for it, but yeah, I read it. It's only like 3 paragraphs long.
Okay, I'm about to say, bro.
It wasn't a
I'm
novel.
I'm thinking this is like a series, and you like have been invested in it, waiting for a week. You're camping outside the Barnes and Nobles for the book signing.
That'd be.
That's literally like the Grey's Anatomy. I mean, not Grey's Anatomy. Was it 50 Shades of Grey people?
50 Shades of Greg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to Greg.
50 Shades of Gabe.
It's a shame you don't play chess. You could learn. I could teach you.
I don't care about chess.
Come on, bro.
Why would I want to play chess?
Because it's fun. It's a battle of the wits, a duel of the minds.
I don't care about that.
Why not?
Does it matter?
What matters? What's the thing that matters?
Matching with people on Tinder.
All right. All right, folks.
Getting catfished.
On Tinder. You
Yeah.
been catfished before?
No, this seems like a fake story. One of my tall tales, but it actually did happen. Someone did try to catfish me.
Oh, you with the
But
bot?
I charmed them so much that they decide to like, hey, you're a nice guy.
Yeah, you did tell me about that.
Someone's calling me.
What?
Scam likely.
What?
This your boy Scam likely.
Oh, that's your phone?
Yeah.
I think we have the same phone. Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I guess.
Cool. I guess you are a cool guy after all. What kind of phone is it? You know?
I don't know, Samsung, whatever the fuck. I mean, that's just the model. Oh, it's a Samsung, whatever the fuck, 03. I'm sorry. What?
Is it a mini or a plus?
I mean, I don't know. It looks mids. I got the mids variation. Tell folks at home what your job's about.
Well, I'm a climbing coach / front desk associate, as they say. Well, as they like to put it, a member of the front desk team.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people walk in the gym, I check them in. I help them with their climbing. If they have any questions, that's it. Nothing crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Little sweep in here, little dust in there. Little sleeping on a job? Never, because I'm a good employee. I do my job.
See, I would never go to, like, if it's not anything to do with video editing, I would never take a job where I can't dip. Like, I can't dip into the material or the profits or anything.
Wow. You trying to get some embezzling done?
It's not so much embezzling. It's so much getting paid what I'm worth. You
Oh,
know.
so you're trying to say you want commissions?
No. If there's a commission, I'm gonna need interest on the commission, and I will find a way to dip in some company funds to
Yeah.
get my extra.
That's called embezzlement. Just so you know.
It's not. No, it's embezzlement when you get caught. But tell a little bit of time that you were at, because you were embezzling burgers at McDonald's.
Whoa.
Oh, my bad.
Settle down. And also, that wasn't me. The way the story goes is this chick, Megan,
really bad, by the way. Baddie at McDonald's manager. I'm like making she's like, yeah, like I see the customer walk in and they're like, hey, can I get 2 cookies? So she looks at me, she goes, yeah, drop 4 cookies. I'm like, didn't she say she only wants 2?
Doing the one for me, one for you, dude.
Then she goes, yeah, I said make 4 cookies. Then I'm like, okay, I guess there's somebody else ordered and I didn't see. I cooked the 4 cookies. I put 2 of them in the bag, give them to the customer. She walks over there and just starts eating both of the other cookies. Didn't even offer me one of them, Mark. How crazy is that?
That's how you stay bad with 2 D's.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
Bro, the most egregious thing that happened in my time working at McDonald's, one of my managers clocked us out while we were still working.
Yeah, that is grounds for a shooting. Not killing anyone, but just a couple warning shots.
That's grounds for airing this bitch out. You know what I'm saying?
Why? Okay. But at the same time, I wouldn't get too mad because weren't you getting like a $2,500 scholarship at the time for it?
At McDonald's, no, I got that scholarship for acting.
I thought McDonald's had a scholarship program.
Bro, they had it to where you had to work 15 hours a week, and they conveniently had me on a schedule for 14. You get me? That's why I quit. When I found out that they were doing that, I quit.
Wow.
Because you had to work, I think, 3 months consecutively, at least 15 hours, and then you gotta like do a bunch of paperwork with corporate, and they'll give you your little thanks for working at McDonald's stipend, and then you can quit. The first month I worked there, I found out that they had this program, right?
Mm-hmm.
Worked like another half month, find out they got me on the schedule for 14 hours. Also, like I told you, manager is clocking me out without my permission while I'm working. I'm missing my hours to where I can't get the scholarship. So I just quit. I went in there too. It was bad. I had words when I left.
What were those words, brother?
What do you call that? I'm like, yeah, I quit. Like, what do you mean you quit? You don't even work today. I'm not coming back here. Like, this place is just a waste of my time. Like, a lot of stupid people work here. What they call it, people being taken advantage of, yada yada. I just started telling them, I was just letting them know how I really, really feel. And for some reason, it was surprising to them. Because I guess they were kind of like content with the way things were going.
Yeah.
Appalling pay, by the way. Literally $7.25.
That's pretty good. You should be happy for that.
Wait, no. I think it was $8. Yeah, it was like $8 an hour. So not that bad, right?
Yeah.
Nope, it was $7.25. $8 was a warehouse before, and that was all cash, under the table.
Nice.
No taxes.
Nice.
So $8 an hour for a high school student, all cash, pretty solid. Now $7.25 for a college student, all taxes, pretty insulting.
Yeah. You know the average like gross income in New Orleans is like $25,000. Pitiful.
That's the average?
Yeah.
Yeah, I make more than the average person in New Orleans.
People are out here really struggling.
I'm literally a college student. I'm minus every day.
Yeah, it's very hard to like, why is there so much fucking violence and crime? Because people,
There's nothing productive to get done.
Yeah, there's nothing to do. And I'm angry because of that. So now I gotta,
The anger turns to hate.
And hate turns to violence. Yeah. The only abuse I ever had at work is just the very basic not getting paid for putting in $1,500 worth of work and getting $100 worth of
dollars
of dollars. Yeah. You want to fuck around with the soundboard a little bit? Let's see here. I was actually in the bathroom over in the Film Arts building the other day, and I recorded. I heard this in the stalls happening next to me. It was like a
wow, this thing is really huge. You're right, pal. Let's get busy. Yeah. Is that it?
And I was like, what's going on in there?
Wow.
Yeah, stuff like that.
What else we got?
What else we got? I don't know, man.
Why did it sound like Sonic Hedgehog from Sonic?
It is Sonic. It's the voice lines from Sonic the Adventure 1.
Wow.
If we're in a 3-way situation, I just gotta say, I got
first dibs on mouth.
So immature.